Welcome to another edition of the Ponty Rugby podcast, broadcast on Tuesday evening, the 21st of January. I'm Gito Davis of the Ponty media team. I'm down at Sardis Road, joining in with a training session with the Ponty squad, looking back at the disappointing defeat away at Ebbw Vale last Saturday and the upcoming game against Bridgend. I'm talking to Pontypridd Team Manager Dan Godfrey. Well, Dan, as a coaching team, have you had time to assess disappointing defeat up at Ebbw Vale?
Yeah, I reflected over it. Very disappointing across the board. The players know they underachieved. That was spoke about straight away in the huddle after the match. The coaches reflected as well. Is there anything else we could do to put into it? But it's just very, very frustrating. We turning out 1 week at home. We playing at home very well, and the following week when we're away, we're just not turning up. The boys, we've got to realise that we can play on a carpet, but we need to play on grass as well, and that's a stark realisation from it. Things are tough. Sides still want to beat us. Ebbw Vale fighting for their lives, and I don't like to say it, they just seem to have a bit more mongrel than us. Despite
the conditions up there, Ponty did have a large amount of territory in possession. You know, we crossed the line twice, but we couldn't quite nail the scores that we needed. So how frustrating was that for you?
Very frustrating. Set piece worked well. We knew what they were going to do, step across in the scrum. We highlighted that to the referee. He deemed it not to be happening, but we were in there 22 around 10 minutes, which is a huge amount of time to spend in a game in a opposition 22. We didn't punish them for it, Ebbw Vale, and unfortunately they grew as the game got on. The defence was very resilient, and it frustrated us. We in turn done errors and couldn't get a foothold of the game.
There's a few sort of battles evolving in the Premiership. You know, up at the top, Cardiff and Carmarthen are going for it. There's a relegation battle, Ebbw Vale, Bridgend. Do you see Ponty being sucked into a bit of a mid-table battle to finish in that top six?
We're very much aspiring to be as high as we possibly can, but we also know the top six is vital for us as a club, supporters, players, to be in the cross-border competition for the following season. We know how much it means to everyone involved with the club, and the history we've had in the cross-border competition is fantastic, and it's no better way to grow as a squad, as a team, as a whole club than going to play in those competitions.
For the second week running now, this coming Saturday, we're playing the bottom placed club. It's Bridgend this time round, not Ebbw Vale. So another tough encounter, team battling for their lives.
Yep, very, very resilient side. Very much like Ebbw Vale. They'll be fighting and dogging for every scrap during the game. As I said, we knew last week wasn't acceptable. If we bring our A game, we'll be good. We know we can play. But Bridgend are going to be a tough cookie to crack, so we know we've got to be top of the game to do it.
Right, thank you very much, Dan. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. All right.
I'm talking now to back rower Kristian Parker. Kristian, you were up on your old stamping ground last Saturday, not literally of course, but playing against your old club Ebbw Vale. You probably knew that it was going to be a tough forward battle up there.
Yeah, definitely. I had a few texts in a week and from the boys, so knowing what was coming, and you know they brought it out on the day like it was a proper old school battle. Them at the basement end of the league at the time, and you know I think they were scrapping for everything.
The amount of possession and territory that Ponty had, and the pack was putting big pressure on them, a series of scrums. Do you think we should have had something out of that, possibly a penalty try?
Yeah, definitely. That part of the game, I think all the boys on the field thought it was coming, like, you know, it's just a matter of time. Next thing we know is he's blown up for half time, so it was a difficult, you know, pill to take at the time. We thought we were dominant in the scrum, and it just goes to show it swings and roundabouts in games.
Could you see a similar sort of scenario against Bridgend now coming up on Saturday? They fighting for their lives in the Premiership, but possibly a different kind of team to Ebbw?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they're probably more forward orientated as Ebbw are, but yeah, definitely it's going to be another challenge down here at home, which is key for us. As you've seen this season, we've been very good at home, But yeah, they're scrapping at the bottom end again as well now. So we just got to take each game as it comes.
Do you feel the pressure coming up to each and every game as they come now? Because we need to finish in that top 6 in the table. We've got RGC and Llandovery breathing right behind us, and is the pressure on now facing Bridgend?
Yeah, I think there's always pressure there when you pull on a Ponty shirt. You want to put in a good performance and get a result at the end of it. So when you don't, it's quite tough then. But it's difficult to say. The pressure is always there, but we'll back ourselves under it.
Should we predict a home win on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much, Kristian.
No problem. Thank you.